I've had my fill of sports games over the past few months, whether it's the buzz and energetic atmosphere of College Football 25 or the glam and glitz of NBA 2K25. And though it's not as over the top or high tempo as either, PGA 2K25 speaks to me on a wholly different level. One that's calmer, more even, and still capable of inducing rage, in a good way, sort of. If you weren't too confident in HB Studios after PGA Tour 2K23, then rest assured that the series is more or less back on track, even if its progression is in desperate need of fine-tuning.
It was exciting, it was nerves, it was, I think, every emotion that you can possibly have going through your body at one moment in time was there. But at the end of the day, you're here. You're playing on the PGA Tour. There's nothing better.
Ooh, absolutely unleashed it.
As with its predecessor, you create a MyPlayer, a virtual avatar that serves as your golfing throughout. Though I went with one of the many default creations, there are some decent customization options, from multiple hair presets, ears, noses, and mouths, to body shape, muscle definition, and head presets. The gameplay differences truly arise in the archetypes. There are 5 to choose from: the Magician, who specializes in contact and transition, effectively turning things around; the Technician, who excels in putt weight and correction; and the Greenskeeper, who's all about putt path and putt contact. So naturally, I went with the Powerhouse, specializing in power, transition, and rhythm, to belt out long drives over hundreds of yards and watch it all whittle away on the putting stage. Starting in MyCareer is delightfully streamlined. Choose from 4 starting places like Q School or the PGA Tour to qualify for the FedEx Cup playoffs and Tour Championship. Customize your career with numerous settings, including round length, the difficulty of conditions, opponent difficulty, and even how many holes you want to play. You'll be greeted with text messages and set your personality accordingly, which admittedly feels a little milquetoast. You could be bold, reserved, or a mix of the two, with your responses shifting your golfer's personality in different directions. It's all well and good, but they don't feel nearly as impactful or interesting to your long-term prospects as they should, considering your public persona has little to do with how sponsors and followers view you. They care more about strong performances than anything else. It feels like a missed opportunity.
Let's see what happens here on 4.
Par 4 measuring 298 yards. Will the players give it a go or not? Let's find out.
This is looking really nice off the tee.
Regardless, the actual golfing is enjoyable and, dare I say, addictive. Multiple control types are available, including swing stick, but I opted for the 3-click swing since the timing-based mechanics of its button presses appealed to me. It can be punishing though. Mess up even a little in any single aspect, and your shot could fall short, or go further than expected. Thankfully, the Evo Swing system provides extensive feedback throughout, outlining whether any single aspect, whether it's the contact, rhythm, or transition, is perfect, or how much they're off by. Of course, that's only one aspect of the golfing experience, as you need to account for the terrain. Changing up your approach and club can help in this regard, especially when dealing with weeds and sand traps. I also quite liked being able to swing off rocks smack dab in the middle of lakes if the ball happened to fall in. Totally by accident, of course, offering more freedom while laying the onus on my skill. Now, it's possible to lose it all in the putting stage because you misjudged the slope's direction by a tiny bit, but such are the mysterious wiles of golf. Suffice it to say that I love all of this. Mastering the shot timing is one thing, but knowledge of the course and where I should aim to ensure the best possible approach on the hole is also key. Trying to offset the correct angle when putting is tense every single time, and just as rewarding when you do get it right. It's all extremely fluid with not a frame of choppiness on the PS5 and ensures the focus remains on your timing. The presentation accentuates the experience all the more, especially the run-throughs of the course beforehand, showcasing the greens with the commentary setting the tone in an understated yet endearing fashion. Barring some slight pop-in from the vegetation during these instances, the courses look absolutely lush, from the rough and forests to the water. I wasn't initially sold on the character models and their detail, but seeing my golfer react with various shades of disappointment when missing specific shots or missing par, seemingly channeling Olivia Munn, felt all too real. When your golfer isn't partaking in tournaments, they have practice sessions and training events to complete. On top of sharpening your skills, they can also provide different rewards and boosts for your attributes while also leveling your clubs and golf ball. You can also equip different fittings to compensate in certain areas like power, swing path, correction, and so on, though additional slots must be unlocked, which adds some RPG-like progression. They also no longer require virtual currency to slot in. You also have multiple skill trees separated into tee, recovery, bunker, and green skills on top of the seasonal skills. While you can opt to improve certain shots, they also provide opportunities to unlock new shot types. The limited skill points means some careful thinking is required before selecting a skill. Unfortunately, respeccing your skills requires spending VC, and that brings us to the biggest issue with the progression system. I started with multiple attribute points at the ready, but with limited VC to allocate them. It didn't seem like a big deal at first, completing activities and quests will grant VC after all. However, the rewards from various events and rounds felt surprisingly meager. Based on player feedback, the launch day patch has seemingly reduced the amount of VC earned while increasing the amount required for applying attribute points. Say what you will about the microtransactions for gear and how slimy it is to buy better equipment with real money, slowing progression to this extent to encourage VC spending is the pits.
Where do you hit it? Front right part of the green is the perfect target. Missing it to the left in the bunker or long and right, that is not good.
It's all the more disappointing considering how much HB Studios got right with this year's edition. Fine-tuning your MyCareer experience to be as difficult or forgiving as possible with multiple options, the responsiveness of the controls and Evo swing system coupled with the physics and course design, the production values that make you feel like an amateur golfer about to snap your club in half, it's all here and done incredibly well. Though the campaign could have used a few more distinctive bits to help it stand out, PGA Tour 2K25 is an enjoyable golfing experience that's leaps and bounds above its predecessors. Here's hoping that HB Studios improves on the progression with future updates. Hey, did you know that we at GamingBolt upload new videos every day? Drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.